I just say, hey.
All right, we're recording.
We're on?
Yeah, we're on.
So,
okay, let's go here. Most common mistake when men make when trying to pick up a woman.
The most common mistake, without a doubt, that men make when they approach a woman is they express too much interest too early. And that is the biggest mistake a man can make. You approach and, hey, you're beautiful, you have a boyfriend, can I buy you a drink? That express of intent that I'm interested in you is the biggest mistake men will make, especially dealing with a 10, which is your guys' magazine, sure. 1210 magazine. 10s don't want to hear that. They hear that all day long. You need to approach with something different. An expressive interest, you just become a fan or some dude that she'll let you buy a drink for, and okay, get out of here. We're busy right now.
Right. Which kind of hits on some principles of the book, The Game, that you were talking about, which has heavily influenced you.
Absolutely. This all comes from the book, The Game, and the mystery method. The book, The Game, got me started on meeting. The book was written about a guy named Mystery, Eric Van. His last name escapes me. Known as Mystery. Mm-hmm. And I met him, and I became his student. And through Mystery, I met a man named Matador, James Matador. These guys are both on the VH1 Pickup Artists. Matador became my very, very close friend and mentor. And these principles come from those guys. I just happen to have mastered them to some degree.
One of the things I was reading your website, and one of the things you allude to is needing to amplify an individual's inner game.
That's right.
Would you mind clarifying a little bit on that?
Yeah, there's an inner game and an outer game. Outer game would be like, let's take the field of fighting or even dancing. Outer game is the actual techniques of the dance or the actual techniques of the fighting. Inner game is how a person thinks about themselves when they perform those techniques. Inner game is vital because in any art, whether it's music or dance or fighting, anything, at some point the physical action is so much practice that it's second nature. Now we want to see what the inner game of the person is. What are they about inside? What's their mentality? That's inner game. So once you learn the basic maneuvers of not leaning in when you talk to a girl, not expressing too much interest with your body, not those things, not approaching her directly, then that's all basic stuff. Then it's a matter of inner game. How do you view yourself and her and this interaction between two individuals? That makes a big difference, man. And that's where confidence and self-esteem and stuff is under that category.
So that makes sense. You have I can tell you have a lot of love for your mentors.
Absolutely.
And but you're also a master pickup artist yourself.
Some say I am, I don't know. I'm very good. I'm very good at what I do.
Do you think anything sets you apart from any of those people?
Well, in one sense, I never want to compare myself to the people who taught me,
Right.
Shut the door, please. Come in and shut the door. You guys can edit this, right?
Or yeah, it's not even.
Whatever.
Mostly using it for quotes.
Okay.
No, two.
Oh.
Perfect.
There you go. No, don't give me the money. You don't want to do that.
Tuition and tickets.
Thanks. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I definitely have learned that it's a mistake to compare yourself to your teachers in a way that puts you in opposition with them. So how do I differ from my teachers? In that I'm less than them. Period. They taught me. Without them, there's no me. One. How do I compare with the rest of the pickup community? I'm one of the best. Absolutely. In the sense that I have a very deep background study of the mind and the human body, and I put that into my practice, and I'm very fearless because of my background growing up. So in that sense, there's nobody like me. And in the other sense, I'm always humbled by my teachers, in whether pickup or jiu-jitsu. My teacher's name is Sandro Batata. He's the best in the world, and again, in that field, I would never want to compare it, because without him, there'd be no me.
Absolutely. So where does Achilles come from?
The name Achilles comes from the movie Troy. Pitt's character Achilles was an inspiration in that he's a warrior who goes by his own rules, and getting the ladies is a secondary. It's part of who he is who he is, so they come towards him. But he's on a different mission. He's kind of different from everybody else, and he's fearless. And my style of game, originally when I first became good, was very much aligned to that. Very fearless, and did my own thing, and we just go in and there's a scene where he looks and says, "Is there anyone else?" And he defeats this big giant guy. When I would go into what's called set in picking up, when I would get the hottest girl, I would look around like, is there anyone else? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? So that's where the name Achilles came from.
Sure.
From that character.
Are Achilles and... Oh, explain a set, please.
A set is a group of people, basically. You have a two set is two people that you're going to go talk to. A beautiful women are never found. By the way, all these concepts are found in the Mysteries book, the Pickup Artist, or the Mystery Method. But a beautiful woman are never found singles in a bar. She's normally with her friend or friends. So a set is a number of people. A two set is two people. A mixed two set is a man and a woman. So when you put the word mixed in there, you have men and women in the set. 2 guys and 4 girls is a mixed 6 set. Right? So when you go into a set, means you approach, you see the club, instead of just individuals, you see sets of people, and you walk in and you have to, a good pickup artist or a good, if you want to go meet people, sometimes people are turned off by the word pickup artist just because, I don't know why really, but if you want to be socially more dynamic, when you walk into an area, you have to see the set of people because they're in their own social group, and you have to gain acceptance from the peers of the group before she accepts you. If you violate her friends, they'll kick you out, and even if she finds you attractive, you're no good. So a very powerful social maneuver is to move in and handle the whole set. And I learned this, of course, from Mystery.
Very good. Are Achilles and Arash different at all?
Man, that's a very good question. That's probably one of the best questions any interviewer ever asked me. Achilles has transmuted and changed with the times. So Achilles is a part of me. There's a bunch of other characters now, and just put them all in the soup and mix it up, and the ingredient comes out like alchemy, Arash. So yes, they are different in that there's more to me than Achilles. I'm not Achilles. They're similar in the same in that a part of me is that character. You know, as an artist, I live my art as an art. I live my life as an art. You know.
That's a great answer. Yes, I like that very much. So you're a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You teach self-defense. Well, kickboxing.
And both, yeah.
And both, right?
Kickboxing, yeah, grappling, and all kinds of
You
stuff.
teach the art of picking up women.
Teach what?
You teach the art of picking up
Yes,
women.
I teach the art of picking up.
Yep. And you help men overcome communication or mental barriers.
Absolutely,
To do so,
and
right?
women. I teach a lot of women. A lot of women come to me to get help for their self-esteem or relationships because it's not. I mean, you have to have such a high understanding of social dynamics and people. And women find this stuff fascinating. One of the greatest lines, if there's such a thing, lines and quotes, is when I start talking to a girl, I tell her what I do, and I start explaining the different characteristics that are seen in a set or in a pickup. And they're like, oh my God, yeah, oh yeah. They start laughing. How do you know that? Because this is naturally how they are, but someone explains it to them, and they go, wow. Well, I don't forget the question.
Well, just like a teacher, you're condensing information into a very easy to understand form,
Mm-hmm.
right? What
Mm-hmm.
inspires you to do that? What inspires you to be a teacher?
That's something that it just seems like when I trace my life, because it's a question I ask myself. I finally open this fucker. It's one of these Chinese torture things or whatever. I ask myself that sometimes, man. I'm driving at night and I look at my life and I go, how did I get here, man? Like, why this? But the fact of the matter is, in any field that I've done, there's been some consistencies that point to whether there's a destiny or another life. I don't know. The point is, I've always been teaching. I've always been teaching since I remember. Any experience, anytime I got into an area or a group, I ended up moving myself to the point of being the teacher. So why I'm the teacher, I can't answer, besides the fact that it's an impulse in me to teach, and I do. And if sometimes I don't want to be the teacher because it's weird obligation.